Hello, this is Matt on the Moon Lambo channel, and ladies and gentlemen, people got some grievances. There's a piece here on Cointelegraph titled R3 Plagued by Internal Conflicts Over Corda Sources Claim. So I'm going to be digging into this one. I've also got a piece, it's about two thieves who were caught stealing a Bitcoin ATM to get all the Bitcoins inside. That's going to be a fun one. Before we get going, if you would please delicately tap that like button, and if you're a fan of Ripple and XRP, go ahead and subscribe to the Moon Lambo channel. Alright, now, the reason that this story is important to me, and if you're an XRP holder, should be important to you, is because R3, which has developed the Corda settler, it's also created the Corda network. So the Corda network is the smart contract platform that operates without a native digital asset, and then you can imagine when some smart contracts are complete, it could result in depending on how it goes, a payout to one or more of the parties involved in that particular smart contract. One way that you can settle these smart contracts is with the Corda settler utilizing XRP. So the reason this is important is if people started settling with XRP on a large scale, that would be required. That would be outside of what would be traded on exchanges. This would have to be purchased and held by somebody and to be used somewhere, one would think. There have to be pools of liquidity. If there's more demand for it, you know what that does for price, even if they are just on the fly purchasing it from exchanges. So this is actually quite important. We want this to work so that demand for our beloved XRP digital asset increases. Sounds like a good idea, right? Well, let's get into this. Again, apparently this whole thing is plagued with problems. The development of R3's enterprise blockchain platform Corda is being plagued by fundamental disagreements over its core vision, causing frustration and delay. The claim was made in a report from FT Alphaville on August 22nd, citing numerous insider sources. Corda maximalists versus interoperability proponents. And by the way, that subheading there, that kind of made me smile. That's funny. I know, and it's serious, but still. Sources close to R3 reportedly allege that there is a gulf between Corda's engineers and its senior management as regards the product's design and development. The engineers have reportedly lost faith in the technology itself, considering it to be functioning poorly and underscoring that it lacks scalability. They have also pointed to the allegedly 5-figure monthly bill R3 is ratcheting up in payments for cloud services, which cast a shadow over the platform's long-term viability. Other sources have spoken of tensions at the level of the workforce, accusing the R3 engineers of being susceptible to a 3-year itch they believe besets the enterprise blockchain sector as a whole. Sources have spoken of irresolution as regards to R3's identity, split between pitching itself as being a financial software firm to more of a wide-ranging tech consortium. And you know, there was a piece, is probably summer of 2018, I want to say, which was about R3 not doing so hot back then, and some insider info, allegedly insider info anyway, was leaked stating that R3 was actually about to run out of money and was going to be insolvent. I think they said January of 2019. Of course, here we are, August of 2019, and they still exist. But I think they also settled with Ripple and got some XRP, if I'm not mistaken. So maybe that had something to do with the financial viability of this. But even back then, there were indications that inside the workforce, there were issues going on. And I don't remember all the specifics because, again, that was probably, I'm guessing, a little over a year ago. But the way that article read, I remember that it reads kind of the way this one does. So whatever the corporate culture is there, seeing there's another piece here, I mean, maybe it's nothing, I'm not an insider, but it makes me wonder, kind of gives me pause, what is actually going on here? And then the piece continues up. As regards to Corda itself, they claim there is a lack of ambition and clarity regarding exactly what kind of blockchain it aspires to be, and whether or not it will at all remain committed to distributed ledger technology, also known as DLT. This split has become tribal, they allege, with a split between so-called Corda maximalists and those open to pursuing interoperability. The bottom line is that many reportedly fear the platform will not offer diverse businesses the efficiency gains it promises. Among the R3 engineers, anonymous sources have said the consortium is trying to market software that is still ill-conceived and underdeveloped. They added that R3 is struggling to manage its burgeoning client base. FT Alphaville was also was told by other in-house engineers that the flagship product still feels like an engine without a car, powerful but not very useful. Notably, some have alleged the company would have faced a cash crisis had it not reached a settlement in 2018 with erstwhile rival Ripple over a legal dispute involving the breach of an option agreement that would have allowed R3 to purchase XRP at a discounted price. Earlier this month, R3 announced plans to open a second European office in Dublin in 2020, just weeks after doubling the size of its London hub as part of an aggressive expansion plan. So I wonder how much of this is just pure hearsay and there's nothing to it, and how much of it is legit, true, and to what degree is there actual strife going on within this corporation? I don't know. We're just going to have to sit tight and see how things develop. On top of that, I mean, I'm not with something like this. I'm not surprised that there could be issues just in general. But I'll say this on top of that. With every use case that we're talking about with cryptocurrencies and blockchain in general, a lot of this is really in the really early stages, and we don't know what the landscape is going to look like another decade from now. I'm sure that a lot of ideas that sound good right now are just not going to pan out. Or if they're good ideas right now, if there aren't proper scaling solutions or other technological hurdles to get over, then maybe they couldn't exist for over a decade later. Because you imagine, even if there's some people, of course, that got the idea of streaming video with the internet, and I'm sure some people thought about it in the mid to late 90s, but with the speed of the internet at the time, there's no way that was going to become a reality anytime soon. But now here we are in 2019, and who doesn't have Netflix? Okay, I know somebody out there listening is like, I don't have Netflix. Okay, but you do stream, don't you? And I know somebody out there is like, no, I don't stream. And then I'm like, well, what the hell's wrong with you? Go stream some stuff. It's okay. All right, check out this. I thought this was kind of funny. It was, the way in which it went down, it's a cool thing, though. So there's this artist out here. Check this out. The tweet states, it's Goop XRP, that's clever.com, tweeted out, "Who would like to see this as a new profile picture for Brad Garlinghouse?" And then tagged Brad Garlinghouse on Twitter. And so here's the image right here. Let me get it bigger. Yeah, so there we go. So actual painting, I could not do that. So I think that's cool as hell. And then he retweeted that tweet and said, "Sorry, David Schwartz, I meant to tag you in it." David Schwartz responded, "Perfect timing. I'm about to meet with him. It's agenda item 1. And check this out. Wouldn't you know it, here's Brad Garlinghouse's profile, and he did, in fact, replace his profile picture with this. That is cool stuff, right? Straight from the XRP community. So I thought it was neat and wanted to share it with you. All right, check out this piece. Cointelegraph.com. 2 thieves caught on tape stealing Bitcoin ATM in the United States. Well, I hope they weren't caught on tape. Who records video to tape? It better be digital. People are just in the habit of saying tape. Are you? I think a lot of people still do that, especially if they're born with cassette tapes were still a thing. Anyway, a Bitcoin automatic teller machine, ATM, has allegedly been stolen in the United States, with the theft caught on tape, and they better mean digital. A Bitcoin ATM has reportedly been stolen by 2 alleged thieves in a mall situated in Washington, D.C. on August 3rd, according to a report published by Finnish news outlet Ilta Sanomat on August 22nd. Moreover, the alleged 2 suspects have been filmed by a surveillance camera as they stole the machine. The 2 reportedly timed their actions to take place when the shops were closed, but the mall itself was still open. Nobody paid attention to them as they allegedly entered the building, took the machine, carried it to a van, loaded it on board, and drove away. This is a similar modus operandi compared to the incident reported in July, when a gang of masked men have raided a Bitcoin exchange in the English city of Birmingham, sparking a police investigation. Also on this occasion, the group had reportedly attempted to steal a Bitcoin ATM using a rope attached to their car. Interestingly, the 2 were so discreet that the theft was had not been noticed until a week later. At this point, the police had to call Bitcoin ATM operator and owner CoinMe to inform them about the theft. In June, the number of Bitcoin ATMs worldwide crossed the $5,000 mark, Cointelegraph reported in June. So, why did they do this? Did they steal the Bitcoin ATM to get all of the Bitcoins that are physically inside of the machine? Oh my God. That would be super hilarious to me. No, how could you be that dumb? I mean, it's ridiculous to even steal it, attempt to steal it, or steal it. In this case, it actually did happen, regardless. But are they like taking it apart and selling the parts for these machines? Like, what is this? There are no Bitcoins inside, you idiots. What a bunch of idiot sticks. Oh well. Well, that's all I got for this video. I am not a financial advisor. Do not buy or sell anything because of anything that I say or write. That would be a very, very, very bad idea. Until next time, to the moon, Lambo!